Stop pushing me. Why are you quacking me now? There's enough space. Just sit down, relax. There's enough space for everybody. Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel, Chigo's Dream of Obike TV. Today we'll be looking at something very interesting: sexual abuse in the Bible. Are you sure you're ready for this discussion? Sit back, relax, like, share, and subscribe as we go back deep into this amazing topic. Welcome back. Today we'll be discussing two stories of sexual abuse in the Bible. Number one is the story of Dinah and Shechem. This could be found in Genesis 34. And the other one is the story of Amnon and Tamar. We'll be looking at the story of Dinah and Shechem. This could be found in Genesis chapter 34. So what happened? Dinah was a very young, beautiful girl, the daughter of Jacob and Leah. So one day, she decided to go and see the women who lived in her area. Also, we have another man, Shechem. He was a prince in the land and the son of Hamor the Hivite. So, when Prince Shechem saw Dinah, she was looking so beautiful, and it was recorded that he seized her and raped her. After they had their experience, Prince Shechem fell in love with Dinah and told his father, "Father, I've seen somebody I love and I want to marry. Please, Father, help me go and tell Jacob the father to allow me marry her." So what happened? Shechem and his father Hamor went to Jacob's house to ask for the hand of their daughter Dinah in marriage. Hamor told Jacob, "Please, my son is in love with your daughter. He wants to marry your daughter. Don't worry, we're going to have an agreement. You can come and live in our land. Any amount you want for the bride price, we are ready. We are equal to the task. We want to marry your beautiful daughter Dinah, because we want her. Let's just make an agreement so you can live in our land." But the brothers were very angry, and they didn't show their anger. They now told Prince Shechem and the father, "Don't worry, we're going to make an agreement. We are circumcised, you guys are not. Do you know what is going to happen? Just make sure that all of you are circumcised." And they said, "Is that all?" They said, "Yes." It's like, "No problem. We're going to agree to this arrangement." So Shechem went back to his family. Shechem was a man that was well respected in his kingdom. He went back to the family and said, "Oh, there's a good news." We went to meet Jacob and the family, and they said, okay, they will agree. Their daughters can marry our sons can marry their daughters. They can come and stay with us with their animals, with their sheep, with their cattle, and also we can marry them. They just agree. But the people were very happy about it. But Shechem told them it's just with one condition. And they said, "What's the condition?" They said, "All the men must be circumcised." At first, they didn't want to agree, but because they trusted Shechem and they respected Shechem, and he was a prince of the land, all of them agreed for them to go and do circumcision. And what then happened? 3 days after they had been circumcised, Dinah's brother Simon and Levi, they came to their country, they came to their city, and they killed all the men. The other brothers came, scattered their properties, took away their wealth, their children, and they made their land desolate. When Jacob, their father, heard about it, he was very angry and asked him, "Why did you do this? Why did you do this kind of wickedness?" He said, "They treated my sister like a prostitute. That's why we took our revenge on them." So what do we learn from this story? Number one, you see the culture of silence and shame that covers sexual abuse. We can find out in this story, Dinah's voice wasn't heard. We didn't hear her reaction. We didn't hear anything. And guess what? Even after the abuse, they were still with Dinah until Simon and Levi went and took Dinah away from them. Dinah's voice wasn't heard. Number two is a cultural and patriarchal norm that perpetuates abuse. Number three portrays the need for empowering and supporting sexual abuse survivors rather than shaming or silencing them. And finally, you see that every action has a reaction. What Levi and Simon did was a revenge, which is not acceptable. The perpetrators need to be held accountable, nevertheless. So, what is the impact of this sexual abuse? Number one, on the individual, you found out that the emotional trauma, though Diana's voice wasn't heard, but you know that she has been emotionally traumatized. Also, the violence she experienced, the physical abuse. Also, she's also going to face social stigmatization. Number two impact is the impact on the family. Those days, family honor was well respected. A virgin girl brings honor, respect, and dignity to the family. So when Diana was raped in that process, they felt that the family honor was eroded. That was what made the brothers very furious and took that serious and not acceptable revenge on Shechem and the family. Number three also is on the society. What happened? Other people felt the consequences of this abuse. Shechem's family, the male gender, suffered because of this same abuse. Also, it has a lot of impact both on their economic, their social, and their general well-being of that city. They suffered that impact of that same crime. What are we trying to say? Child sexual abuse is a crime that impacts both the individual, the family, and the society at large. It's time for us to say no to child sexual abuse. Kindly watch out for Sexual Abuse in the Bible Part 2. I don't want this video to be too long. We'll be revealing the story of Tamar and Amnon. Kindly like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.